Most of you have probably seen the footage of French President Emmanuel Macron disembarking from his plane in Vietnam recently. As the door opens, 47-year-old Macron stands just inside the entrance, looking towards his 72-year-old wife, Brigitte, who remains out of view. Then her hands emerge as she forcefully shoves him in the face, causing him to step back, momentarily dumbfounded. Macron quickly composes himself, smiling and waving at the cameras. Later, he touches his face, glancing toward his wife, still unseen. Gathering his composure, he begins his exit. Brigitte finally appears, smiling, as Macron again waves to the Hanoi crowd, shakes the pilot's hand, and proceeds down the stairs. He offers his arm to his wife. She simply ignores it. The fleeting moment of physical aggression and emasculation is over. Of course, the president downplayed the incident, telling local reporters, "I was bickering, or rather joking, with my wife." But that explanation simply doesn't hold up. If they were truly just mucking around, there would have been laughter, smiles, some visible sign of light-heartedness. Instead, what we saw was an older lady physically striking her younger husband. Commenting on the incident, a French government official stated, "It was a moment when the president and his wife were relaxing one last time before the start of the trip by having a laugh. It was a moment of closeness." Oh really? A moment of closeness? So her refusal to take his arm was just another example of that? What a blatant misrepresentation of reality. Naturally, the media also played this down, with headlines reading that Macron and his wife were merely horsing around or joking around. SBS reported, "Emmanuel Macron says viral video of wife pushing him twisted by online crackpots." Vanity Fair, known for its left-leaning stance, ran the headline, "Macron insists wife's shove was just them being sexy and French, you provincial hacks," with the article essentially mocking conservative media for framing the incident as potential domestic violence and arguing that they were being overly dramatic or simply uninformed. But what if the roles were reversed? What if President Macron shoved his wife's face? Would the media simply downplay it? Of course not. The ABC would be all over it. Macron's cowardly attack on his wife finally shines a spotlight on the kind of violence women face every day. SBS would declare, "French president's shove of his wife and weak joking around excuse highlight domestic violence reality in France." Of course they would. They'd use this as an excuse to push their anti-men rhetoric. Yet, when the opposite happens, there's not a single outcry, just mocking those who dare to suggest this might be domestic violence. The double standard couldn't be more obvious.